So Larkin is a poet, an artist, and a professor whose poetic and hybrid works can be found in many reviews. And we share a publisher. I have had 2 books of translation with my made books. And you have Off Traverse and Template. And you also have worked 2 chapbooks with Ducey Collective. One is called Off Material and one is Coming Minings. And you also do visual poetry, including in the event writing collection of the Ohio State University Library. And you also create text-driven performance art for venues such as Highway Performance Space, also for Counterpath Gallery and others. So I am very happy to get to know you in person now and to introduce you.
Thank you, Nicole. And it was absolutely wonderful to see you in action creating your work. I love seeing that. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Laura, for gathering us all together. This is quite an honor. I have a very short poem, but first, if Dudgrick was going to put my, yeah, here we go. Thank you. At the top of the page before the poem in the journal is this photographic diptych. I took these photographs exactly 1 month apart during this pandemic, and it was the first time I'd ever seen the market that's the closest to me with its cupboard completely bare. And excuse me. And then a month later, the blooms from the jacaranda tree just fell on the lawn, and the neighbors all came out and shouted "purple rain." And so it was an interesting contrast to see such lack and then nature's abundance during and still during this time. So that's why I paired these together. The title of the poem is Effect as It Exists. And being a writer and a visual person, when I look at the title, I see its shared letters. The fact that E's are in effect and exists, and that there's 2 eyes, and they're dotted like eyes that are looking inward or outward or both. So this is a very short poem. When I use the word helix, I just wanted to look up its background, and that's when I found, if I didn't know before, that it's actually a symbol of resilience. So hence why that's included in this poem. Okay. Effect as it exists. Into interior, or in tears, or insight. No in, I-N-N, merely inside. The size of this minuscule room, you must emphasize. 3 months sequestered within this tiny room. With those in smaller yet, you empathize. Outside in tents huddled 2 city blocks, boulevard, no yards. Helix, double us, please, to be inside, outside, harmonious. Dear symbol of resilience, silence is in your name. Thank you. Dudgrick Bevins is a queer, interdisciplinary artist and publisher who lives, teaches, and creates in New York City. His collection of poetry and photography, Route 4, Box 358, is available from BD Studios, New York City. And his chapbook, My Feelings Are Imaginary People Who Fight for My Attention, is published by The Poet's Haven. And he currently teaches creative writing and literature to high school students in Harlem. I'm looking forward to this.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Larkin. I appreciate that. And your poem was beautiful, and your image, your diptych, was very compelling. I'm gonna ask. I hope this is appropriate. Can I appropriate your diptych for my poem?
Absolutely. Hey, I'm into appropriation.
So
yes.
I'm going to reshare your image because my poem is all about tension, and it's also very short, and I think my poem is untitled, so I'm just going to call my poem Effect as it exists. Possibly
Cool.
possibly affect as it exists. After. So forgive me if that's inappropriate, but
No. It's good. It's good.
Okay, so this poem, very short, composed for the occasion. I like to always write something new for Laura and for you all. Referent. The divine as disgust, and likewise awe as objection. Weighted ideas, overdeterminism, excess of signifiers. Biffo's asthmatic sympathies and description of semantic over-inclusiveness. I choose my metaphor thusly. Positional asphyxiation. Definition resting in police, military holds that lead to death. Consider a command and also a hope, an implore. The religious and the grotesque, this duration as a foment of positions, classed and raced and sexed divisions. The next section is omitted for future career opportunities. Dog whistle, the shackled tongue of veil. I need one sound only, that holds all but swallows nothing. Perhaps a cough, perhaps a gasp, perhaps Douglas Kearney's grunt. I imagine the sound of skin on milk, Kristeva's voice. Is it that different from the Karen videos and police suffocating untold men in legal, illegal holds, both on Facebook with the sound off scrolling? Not that different from a car crash witnessed between the hit and the ambulance. The sound, all sounds, the blank Odin rune is both the breath and the indivisible but labored rhythm of the ventilators that for so many have just come to life. Thank you.
Ooh. Thanks, Larry.